Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly reading for November 17th to 24th. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you're new or whether you're returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. Libra, I do need to give a huge shout out to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. This is what their website looks like. It is a fantastic platform that helps to connect you with vetted professional psychic advisors. It is a judgment-free zone, so if you're looking for guidance, clarity in your life, they're great to reach out to. I love that you're able to go onto their website and take a look at the vetted psychic advisors profiles, so you get to see which psychic advisor is in alignment with you before you book with them. You can call them, you can text them, you can video call them. I like to call them myself, and I have a really cool success story with Psychic Source. I talk about it in depth in my Manifesting Your Soulmate video, which I'll pop at the very end after this one. Psychic Source was able, well, one of the advisors was able to accurately predict what was going to happen in my love life before I even knew it. Like, that was crazy. It was such a good story. And anyway, so they're really wonderful. I trust them, and they have been kind enough to extend an offer to you first-time Psychic Source users up to 40 minutes for just $19.80 to $240 value. So book with the Psychic Source advisor down in the description box below, and a massive thank you to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. If you want to know more about my love story, watch this video and then go watch the Manifest Your Soulmate video after this. Okay, so let's dive in here. So we have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Gotta love when the universe, you know, Libra. Then we have the 10th house, which is about your career, it's your public image, it's your reputation, it's fame, it's success, and it's a father figure and the people in your life that exert authority over you. It's also people, how people want to receive you, okay, the midheaven. For example, you guys want to receive me as a teacher, you guys want to receive me as a philosopher, as a spiritual leader, and so I have to show up in that manner. Then we have the 7 star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, and expression. And I don't mean I have to show up in that manner, because there's many other aspects. They're your astrology prosperity keys that really help you understand how to attract cash flow with ease and show up in a world where you just become a magnet for wealth. However, when we focus on the midheaven only, it's basically how the universe, or how the public, I should say, wants to receive us. The Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, 10 of Wands. Not only are you starting something so spectacular, get the heck out of here. I just noticed that. I was gonna say, not only are you starting something new, but you're also finally putting down the swords, putting down the weight, putting down the hardship, putting down the difficulties, putting down the challenges, putting down whatever this thing is in your life that may have made you feel lesser than, or inferior, or unworthy of receiving. The 8 of Pentacles to the 9 of Swords does tell me that you're going to be putting in a lot of work this week. Don't be surprised if you're feeling like this beginning is requiring a lot of effort. You know, I can akin it to, if you've ever gardened, let me know in the comments. When you're building a garden for the first time, you got to till the soil, you got to get rid of the weeds, you got to mark out your garden, you got to go buy the seeds, germinate them, you know, if you're going to start from seed, or go buy the plants and map out, you know, how you're going to lay out your garden for optimization, optimal, you know, growth with your vegetation and your fruits. And so there's a lot of work that goes into it. And sometimes, you know, because we're humans and we're so silly, we look at things and we're like, oh my God, this is such hard work. Like, it should just come so easy. But the reality is in life, we can choose to look at hard work as like, ugh, this is such hard work. Why am I doing it? And lean into like this energy of like apathy, laziness, or complacency. However, it's been my experience that in the places where we can pour in the most love, or where we can pour in the most effort, when we can pour in the most energy, the most, desire to experience fruitfulness, and just pour in from a place of love, from a place of fulfillment, from a place of happiness, from a place of joy. That's where we experience our blessings. You know, if you're a parent, you'll know this, right? Your children is the hardest probably the hardest thing, but also the biggest blessing in the world. Hardest because you go through a lot of changes as a first-time parent. Ditto if you run your own business, Libra, right? Or ditto if you're moving into a new house and you got to renovate or design it how you want, right? Anything worth having requires some beautiful effort, some commitment, some structure, some discipline. And that's what you're learning this week. The Nine of Swords, the Two of Pentacles is telling me that there's ebbing and flowing here. This is like a learning curve, to be honest. And I wouldn't get too much up in your head about things, Libra. I wouldn't get too much up in your head with respect to, overanalysis, paralysis, feeling lesser than, feeling unworthy, feeling like you're just not good enough, or it's too much, or you're not going to be able to make it happen like you thought you were. You know, like the stories we like to tell ourselves when we're feeling melancholic or feeling lesser than. You have so many beautiful cards here, in initiatory cards that, you know, illuminate a path of new beginnings, a path of happiness and success and joy and just good times. That my advice to you would be to lean into that, right? I would lean into that happiness rather than be focused on, you know, the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, or why didn't this happen the way I wished it would, right? Because ultimately you have the Two of Cups at the end. And so the Two of Cups to me is indicating here that there is going to be some sort of blessing through the hard work. This is acceptance of understanding that sometimes in life, you know, the saying, right? I was saying this to my friend today. When life gives you lemons, what are you going to do? Grab the lemons and squeeze them in your eyes and call yourself a victim because you got, you know, lemon juice in your eyeballs? Or are you going to take those lemons and make lemonade, make lemon water, you know, squeeze out the lemons and, you know, cook with them? Or you get what I'm saying? Make them work for you in one capacity or another. Maybe sell the lemonade, make money off of it, right? There's always opportunity in everything. There's always a solution through every challenge, okay? Let's dive into your love reading now. If you want to book a session or sign up to any of my courses, it's down in the description box below. Ditto to sign up to my mailing list, okay? Nine of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords here. I actually like this. I think a lot of you are having some really introspective conversations with your romantic partners if you are in some sort of union. And if you're single like a Pringle, which a lot of you may be because we have that Nine of Cups, you're like... You probably are going to watch my Manifest Your Soulmate video, especially if you've been wanting to manifest like the love of your life, where you're like, you know what, Char? Yeah, I'm single now. Yeah, maybe relationships haven't been working out, but like I'm ready to build my person. I'm ready to manifest the love of my life. 10 of Wands, Page of Wands here. Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups here. The 8 of Swords to 9 of Cups. Yeah, a lot of you, clarity. See, truth, intention, honestly. I do feel like a lot of you are getting really specific here on your romantic partners. 10 and what you ultimately want in a romantic life. Oh, beautiful. Divine masculine, yang energy, 10 of Wands, Page of Wands. Yeah, if you're a woman or whatever you are, it doesn't matter. You're just looking for your divine counterpart here. That's what you're seeking. 7 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Twin Flame. And I think you're realizing, a lot of you, that maybe, you know, you were attached to an old partner, an old connection, an old relationship that wasn't necessarily the one that you were going to go the distance with. And so now you're getting super clear and moving forward with intention. And when you move forward with intention, it's part of the framework to manifest your soulmate, by the way. You really end up manifesting and attracting the right type of partner for you, okay? Here is that video I was telling you about. Like I said, you want to book a session, sign up to my free mailing list or book your session over with Psychic Sources down in the description box below, okay? Thank you so much. We will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.